One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And maybe Villarreal are a bit taken aback by this positional challenge they've done with Atletico Madrid. Here's Messi, also playing through the centre. Now, Messi once more.
This is something that we've seen this season, especially in the last few games. Messi, Iborra, has a lot of ground to cover, and then you see Barcelona players enjoying, the good spaces. They're getting on the ball, they're enjoying themselves in those first minutes.
Griezmann to Messi, on to Vidal. Vidal with the wasted end product, but again...
And obviously, Semedo had a few mistakes in the first few games, and then Sergi came back playing at right back. But as you see...
Any so far, and there even is a breakdown from Santi Cazorla as Messi goes scampering away now. Looks for Suarez, I think the Griezmann on to Vidal. Such an open game. These two teams do like an expansive style as Pau Torres. Leo Messi, of course, will take the free kick. A man with 22 goals in 27 games so far this season. And does Messi go top right? That's where you would think he will aim this one. It's normally his favourite spot. A four-man wall for Villarreal. And Messi did go for that top corner, but it took a flick off the wall behind for a corner.
In that 4-all draw that you talked about earlier, he did score a free kick in minutes of the game, and then Luis Suarez ended up scoring the equaliser.
As it comes back to Busquets, and Messi sends in the cross, not a bad one, but Zambo
from Piqué with Iborra. Defensively Barcelona are taking a lot of risks, playing really well with the ball, but without the ball they need to actually assess it.
What a run from Messi, finds Suarez, who's going for the curler. Oh,
wow.
Luis Suarez, top corner after the run and the pass from Lionel Messi. Those two once again showing they are the deadliest combination in world football. Leo Messi with the dribble and the assist, and Luis Suarez with the perfectly placed finish. What a game, 2-1 to Barca, not even...
Unbelievable first 20 minutes. You see Leo Messi protecting the ball from Pau Torres. Zambo Anguissa is trying to outmuscle him now, he can't do it. Mario Gaspar is out of position, and Luis Suarez, look at that. I mean, world-class finish from the Uruguayan striker. What a first 20 minutes we're having, Andy. Fantastic football.
Well, great to watch, and every promise with these two teams, the style they play, that it's just going to continue this way. 4-4, we're going to beat that easily tonight, aren't we?
I'm not sure the CTM will be happy if the final score is 4-4, but I'm sure they're going to see
with that, unless Oh, they're looking maybe at Suarez using his arm to hold off Mario. So the referee, Carlos del Cerro Grande, blows the whistle. We're underway again, and about time we had another chance, isn't it? Messi onto Griezmann and Pau.
And Barcelona, you know, in those first minutes, they because he's enjoying space, finding the right spaces. Zamboanguissa and Iborra, you know, can get even closer to him. And once again, this is his preferred ball into.
It's going to be a lack of cover if you've got three forwards plus the fullbacks coming forward. You're going to be light in numbers whenever you lose.
Those first minutes.
Here's Suarez to Griezmann to Messi. The front three combining to Suarez. Can he make it 3-1? He has to. There were glimpses of it. You see the offside in that game at Eibar, as you mentioned, way back in, when was that? October, November. But Casemiro to Busquets, flick to Messi. Here he is trying to feed Griezmann again. Pau Torres having a tough game on that occasion, was tracking him, and it's charged down for Suarez to find Sergio Alba, and now Messi to Jordi Alba to the byline, and he just got caught in two minds a little there.
He's good at it as well.
Yeah, he's probably got a secret long throw.
Maybe
Here he is on the ball in a more familiar position, dribbles past one and tries to link up with Piqué, who can't quite feed.
Vidal is because of your defensive duties as well. So it's something that I'm sure the Setien is not happy with.
Here's Vidal on the ball. Back to Messi, approaching the half. Messi takes it off him.
This is what Barca like to do, to keep possession, keep passing the ball, breaking lines of play by passing them.
Forward to find Sergio Roberto. Messi. Back to Sergio Roberto. Villarreal trying to stay.
The ball is going to Cazorla. Well, I'm going to go there and defend. But then there was no help from Barcelona's midfielders. And this is just typical, fantastic solo run of Leo Messi. And what about that for a finish from Luis Suarez?
Yeah, the classic old combination. Messi to Suarez to the back of the net. We've seen it so many times. Suarez with 14 goals now in his 20th start.
Happy one. As there's a chance now for Messi.
There's always a chance when Messi's in this kind of position. He flicks it back to, cleared by Piqué at the near post. And Messi now will try to turn and spark a counter-attack. Sergio Roberto plays it for Griezmann.
Brilliant.
It's 3 against 2. Suarez through the middle. Arturo Vidal racing on as well. It's Vidal with a great chance to make it 3-1, but he can't do so. Roberto, Griezmann alongside him. Messi gets there just ahead of Santi Cazorla onto Sergio Roberto, Jordi Alba, Luis Suarez, and nearly 3-1, and it still might be. It's deflected behind, and more incredibly incisive play from Barca going that way. There's an offside against Alba here, so Barca don't get the corner at the end of it, but they are cutting through this Villarreal defence with it. Javi Calleja will instruct Chukwueze to do a little bit more of that, helping out defensively to close down the. Suarez found by Semedo, inside to Griezmann, onto Messi. Messi flicks it back. Griezmann going for the chip.
Oh my days!
What a goal! Antoine Griezmann has pulled out a Leo Messi finish. If you remember, just over a year ago, Messi at Real Betis, Griezmann was watching because he's done exactly the same, and he was teed up by the back heel from Messi. A glorious goal for Barcelona, and crisis, they don't get on, they don't connect. What's all that about?
What a goal from Antoine Griezmann. Messi backheeling it back to the Frenchman, and that finish is just from a player full of confidence and full of quality. Look at that. Griezmann to Messi, Messi back to Griezmann. He sees Asenjo a little bit off his line, and that finish is just top quality. Oh my God.
Well, what a first half this has been. Beautiful, beautiful finish from Antoine Griezmann, grazing the bottom of the crossbar and teed up by Messi. There was so much talk about their lack of connection, but you can see the big smile on Messi's face there as that went in. He was more than happy to lay it back for Griezmann and say, there you are, Antoine, finish it for us. And Griezmann obliged. And if you're a Barcelona fan watching this, you've got to be thinking, wow, finally, this is what... And please don't make it stop. Let's just carry on. We skip half-time. As Messi comes forward, tries to spread it out, asks for the handball, and the referee, Carlos Del... games since the restart, but they've been...
We hadn't seen that all season, and then today, the Frenchman has been enjoying himself. You know what the quality players he has around.
One of those. Messi with 2 assists today. No goal, which he will, of course, at some point this season. We'll just see if this develops. It does every other week. Here's Piqué. Flips it to Messi away from Moi Gomez. Messi on a run, but he's well challenged by Bruno.
Already in the second half, you know, Calleja wants to have more control. And Barca, this is what they need to do. They need to slow the game down. They don't want Villarreal to counter. So how can you do that? Through possession, through keeping the ball, not giving the ball away cheaply. And this is what they will look to do in the second 45 minutes.
Look how Messi has dropped so deep between the central defenders. Which may be some Moi Gomez, but it's broken up. And now it's Barca looking to counter. And they've got 3 forward. The 3, Messi, Suarez, Griezmann. Run being made by Vidal on the overlap. Cut back for Griezmann. Chested down for Messi, who tried the audacious cushioned volley lob. And again, that combination play really well seen by Griezmann. Chested it down.
Good movement from Suarez and Arturo Vidal on the right. Good shift from the Chile.
Overlapping run, demanding the pass. A little more conservative from both teams in this second half. Here goes Messi. Semedo is coming forward to support him.
Obviously, Villarreal are the ones that need to turn things around. So for Barca, they're just happy to keep possession. And when Villarreal does...
Semedo into Messi. Flicks it back to the fullback. Now Messi once more. Find a far more controlled game in the second half from both sides. Messi now looking for Vidal to break the lines to Suarez. Griezmann's waiting for the cutback. Suarez going for goal himself from when it was on.
Well, I want to see it again because that's a right run from Suarez. Pau Torres is wrong side, that he doesn't know where he is. He just wants to give him the ball, but he doesn't see.
Semedo. Now Messi. Through for Griezmann, who... and now Suarez taken off after an hour, which is unusual.
It is unusual, and he'll rest now Suarez because, you know, they've got some important games coming up.
Messi first tower when he was playing that position, and here is Puig now getting into an advanced position, finding Messi. Griezmann outside him. Here's the Frenchman looking for the cross to Puig, but now it's just hopefully nothing more than loose laces for Leo Messi. But Jordi Alba looking really tired, understandable, and Dembélé. And now also missing Frenkie de Jong. So they might have another chance here as Alba picks it up, finds Messi, back to Alba, who can shoot, and it's straight at Asenjo. A couple of... And a point I made it briefly in the first half as well. There's a misplaced Barcelona now with Riqui Puig. Sends it on to Messi. Messi back for Rakitic, back to Messi, couldn't quite control it. Busquets, Riqui Puig to Messi, all very intricate. Now Vidal for Sergio Roberto. Messi into the corner, and there is the 4th goal. And that surely does kill it off as Messi strokes it into the corner. Goal number 23 of the season. Wonderfully set up in the end by Sergio Roberto, but great interplay from Barca. They look a completely different team tonight. Now,
fantastic football from Barcelona, and you called it, Andy. There was only Leo Messi missing from the score sheet. Well, he gets his goal in the 68th minute. Fantastic football from Barcelona. It starts with Riqui. You know, they weren't looking for Messi. Well, he did look for Messi, the youngster, as the rebound here from Rakitic. I think, yes, Arturo Vidal is onside. You know, the ball gets played into Sergio Roberto. It's a long play from Barcelona, but they keep, you know, keeping the ball in short spaces. Good quality, good fit, quick fit. Arturo Vidal plays Sergio Roberto in that cutback. Normally, you see Jordi Alba doing that. Well, Sergio Roberto does it perfectly. And Leo Messi just has to pass it in the back of the net. Something that he does particularly well.
That's, for Messi, an easy finish. It's fairly easy finish for any professional player, but especially for Leo Messi. Dissecting the 2 defenders, steering it away from the goalkeeper and just inside the post. So Barca with the 4-1 lead now, and really well set up from Sergio Roberto, who is... He's such an intelligent player to be able to play in all those positions that he has over the years, and to do so, it's offside. So it remains 3-1, and Messi doesn't have the goal, and it looked foot of Arturo Vidal that was offside as he was trying to get back. Messi back for Rakitic, and now Alba. Messi's making the run in behind, well spotted by Alba. Messi's volley was... They got a hard finish to the season. They're away at Getafe next on Wednesday. Getafe look to be getting back to their best after a shaky restart. They were really good at Real Madrid a few days ago, deserved a point before being undone by a late penalty. Difficult finish to the season for Villarreal, having played Barcelona tonight as well, of course, so not an easy run-in for the Yellow Submarine.
Not easy at all. And Calleja this week has been talking about Champions League, and I remember before the break he did the same. A very unfortunate debut against Sevilla at home, and he ended up getting sent off. And who played and started the game at Mallorca, at the Visit Mallorca Stadium, and they did really well, looked very comfortable.
Messi looking for Braithwaite, who takes it round the keeper but can't get enough on the shot, and Ansu Fati can't quite follow up. Asenko going on to the loose ball. Yes, we see Ronald Araujo now, after that run from Messi just a bit too far in front of Braithwaite, who seems to become a bit...
And Ricky Puig. And about Ansu Fati, he hasn't even trained with the B team. Not that he's gone straight from the under-18 to the first team, and we gotta give credit to Valverde, who actually, you called him up for a training session.
Long the fixtures come thick and fast, and it's on Wednesday at home to Espanyol, the local derby, as Messi goes through. Narrow angle, but he tries to score, very nearly does. Asenko with a straw. That game against Espanyol on Wednesday. If Espanyol don't win that game, they're relegated mathematically. So Messi now free kick in perfect Messi range.
That would be a very painful round for Espanyol against Barcelona
at the Camp Nou.
At the Camp Nou, a very disappointing season from Los Pericos. Everyone knows that with the squad they got, this wasn't enough, and now Rufete, you know, taking the reins for the last part of the season.
Then in the 4-4.
In the 4-4, and from a very similar position.
Will they lie someone flat? Messi off the bar. Asenko was struggling to get there. Braithwaite has it spectacularly saved by the rapidly recovering goalkeeper. Asenko looking at his defender saying, what, I have to do it all? As Messi hits the bar. Braithwaite first.
Yeah, but the technique of Lionel Messi is just unreal.
Ricky Puig with the nice pass for Sergio Roberto, who's... Andrea, how much of a victory is this for him, not just to win the game, but to do it in the style they have? That this has been a performance with a big contribution from the manager tactically, the way he changed things at the beginning by putting the front three together, changing the position.
He's in Real Madrid's
comfortable win, and especially exciting, the front three firing